realize that there are about 3 basic reasons that people don't like you. You're curious to know what those are? Yeah, that's not enough people who sound like they want to hear it. What about those of you who are streaming tonight? Do you want to know? I can't hear you. Number one, I find that one of the main reasons that people don't like you is because they don't like themselves. Do you know happy people don't waste their time hating on other folks? If you got stuff going on in your life, you don't have time to be just hating on other people. The people that hate on you, you know, something's wrong with them. You know, miserable people like to make other folks miserable because misery loves. My God, you all are prophetic. How did you know that? But people don't like you because they don't like themselves. You ever find mean, ornery people who just, you know, run everybody away? They don't like themselves. The old grouch, Scrooge, he didn't like himself. And so he made sure that he didn't like anybody else. It was really a reflection. We treat other people the way that we see ourselves. And there's some people that are mean and ornery, and when you deal with them, don't even waste your time arguing with a person who doesn't like you because they really don't like themselves, because there's nothing that you can say to win the argument, because the argument is not with you. The argument is something in them that they don't like. It's not even about you. They were like that when they met you. They had those issues and those problems before you ever came into their life. And now they're manifesting to you a reflection of who they are. People will tell you who they are by how they treat you. They really will. People that love themselves are kind toward other people. People that will cuss you out at a drop of a hat. You don't have to wonder how they really feel about you. The perfectionists who are always finding something wrong with everything that another person does, guess what? They don't know how to turn that off. It also comes on them. They say, why did I do that with my stupid self? They kick themselves all the time. They look at their own work and criticize themselves and condemn themselves, and they do it to others. You can't love other people in a way that's greater than what you are able to love yourself. And so people don't like you because they don't like themselves. That's one reason, not the only reason. Touch your neighbor, says not the only reason. Then there's some people that just don't like you because, number two, they see you as a threat. They see you as a threat. This person, they're trying to take my job. And God forbid this one, they're trying to take my husband. They want my wife. You know, I mean, whatever the issue is, they see you as a threat. They see you as a threat. That's why some folks won't even like you. It's like, look at Miss Thing. Now look what just walked in. Look who coming in and put in an application. And they see her walking, bam, boom, bam. And some folks, they don't even know anything about her. She can be the sweetest person. But immediately, they see how other eyes are on her, and now immediately they feel threatened by her. They feel threatened by her. Touch your neighbor, say, I know this person. Sometimes you'll be going through a fiery trial and trying to figure out, why are they hating on me like this? You can go on a job and it's just because you're sharp and because you've done your homework and because you know your stuff. And they're threatened by you because you do your work with excellence and in a timely fashion, and you're professional. You show up shabbiness. And they are threatened by your professionalism in what you do. It's amazing. Sometimes people are threatened not necessarily by your looks, but sometimes by your skill. I can't tell you, sometimes it's your credentials. where you came from, what's on your resume, and there'll be things, and folks are threatened because of something, and sometimes we're not even aware of what it is about us that's threatening somebody else. And they'll be summing you up and making accusations against you. And you're trying to defend yourself, and you don't even realize that people are negatively judging you because it's like, I just showed up. And you got a fiery trial that's going on. You are on trial. I'm going to give a 30 days. She ain't going to last 30 days in here. The reason people don't like you is because they don't like themselves. Number two, the reason they don't like you is because they see you as a threat. And number three, the reason they don't like you is because they want to be you. It's amazing. They, in some strange way, they are jealous of you. They're jealous of what you have, or should I say who you have. You don't ever know. Sometimes people start criticizing a person. Look at her teeth are crooked. I don't even know what he want with her. Well, she got him. She got something you want. I don't understand how she got. It don't match up. It doesn't have to match up. They done already matched up. Listen, he saw something in her that you may not see. She saw something in him that you may not see. And so sometimes folks will be hating on you just because they want to be you. They just want to be you. They want to be you. They want to be you. They really want to be you. It's interesting. You didn't learn anything else tonight. You learned 3 reasons why people don't like you. So what in the world do you do when your life is on fire? You feel your life is on fire. What on earth do you do? Well, you want to get something to put the fire out, don't you? Every now and then, in fighting a conflagration, it is a tactic. I know you've heard the proverbial saying that you don't fight fire with fire. Sometimes you do fight fire with fire as a tactic to divert the fire to a particular area and be able to control it. Firefighters understand that sometimes they will create a smaller fire to be able to help control a bigger fire. Sometimes you can actually fight fire with fire. Our God is a consuming fire. But most of the time, if we're in a fiery furnace, we just want the fire put out. We want the fire put out. So when you're experiencing the fiery trial, we know the Bible has told us in 1 Peter, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. It says, don't think it strange as though some strange thing has happened to you. Don't think that you're going through trouble that nobody else is going through, because the devil will magnify your troubles and make it look like everybody else around you is blessed. You don't know what people are dealing with. You are not alone. You might feel like you're the only one going through. The Lord had to stop Elisha and rebuke him and said, listen, stop whining to me. You're belly aching, mealy mouth, and complaining and griping against me, telling me that you're the only prophet who haven't bowed your knee to Baal. The Lord corrected him just like that and said, I got 7,000 other prophets who've never bowed their knee. It's not just you. Satan's tactic is to isolate, to divide and conquer, to make you feel like an oddball, like everybody else is being blessed but you. Everybody else ain't being blessed. There's some other folks going through just like you going through. There's some other folks that's dealing with illness and financial woes, relationship issues, money problems. I mean, they've got all kinds of issues. You are not alone. You are not alone. Touch your neighbor. Remind somebody, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You'll be surprised what people can hide behind a pleasant expression on their face. Just because we smile doesn't mean that we've not had a challenging day. We have to learn how to smile through the rain. and smile through the pain. Well, we've got to hurt and still go on. Good afternoon. Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your order, please? And you have to smile through some of your pain. So how do you put out the fires when you are going through a fiery trial? Because it's not a matter of if you're going to have a fiery trial. It's a matter of when you have. He says, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. It is going to try you. It's going to try you. It's going to try you. Those are not my words. These are the words of Scripture. It's going to try you. Prepare yourself. Arm yourself in that mind that it's going to try you. When things come, you know, he says, count it all joy when. Not if. Count it all joy when. All of these diverse temptations and tribulations and trials come into your life. Count it all joy when. It's not a matter of if it's going to come. Everybody goes through their trial. Everybody's going to go through something that's going to try their soul, that's going to make it where you don't sleep well at night. Everybody, you are not alone. Everybody's going to have to face the death of a relative and a friend in their life at some point, and a teacher and somebody that you cared about. Everybody is going to deal with some financial issues that threaten their very existence at points, and some things that will frighten you out of your skin sometimes. Think it not strange. How do you put these fires out when you are going through a fiery trial? Can you imagine? Paul's life was on the line here. And had they been able to convict him immediately, Paul was he would have died in jail. His life was on the line, and he somehow, I believe that he realized that there was ministry in him, a part of his assignment that was not finished. What in the world did you do when you're experiencing something right in the middle of your journey and you feel like, what I'm doing, I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished my course yet, and something is trying to snuff my life out. Have you ever been in that position? Here's where Paul is. Paul's life is on the line. Things are out of control, his own immediate control. He's at the bequest of other folks. They have to summon for him to come and appear before him. He can't come and go as he pleases. He's on somebody else's schedule now. He's under arrest. He's being held until he can get a fair trial, if there is such a thing for him. And what do you do when you're experiencing a fiery trial in your life? Here's the first thing. Number one, real simple. Some of the greatest things that deliver you are not complexities, but simplicities. Number one here, stop. Stop reacting to stupid stuff. Stop reacting to stupid stuff. Just stop. Stop reacting to stupid stuff. Folks are going to say stuff crossways to you. Stop reacting to stupid stuff. Looking at you all funny because you're paranoid, because you know what you're going through. You think they know what you're going through. Stop reacting to stupid stuff. Stop reacting to stupid stuff. Listen, you have to just stop. The minute that you find that your life is spinning out of control, stop if you can. If you find your car sliding out of control, turn your wheel in the direction of the slide. Stop, 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 stop. You have to learn when somebody has come to you, just like the prophet Isaiah went to Hezekiah and said to him, set your house in order, for you shall surely die and not live. That news was startling. It put him in a fiery trial. Immediately what he did, he stopped and he turned his face to the wall and cried and prayed like there was no tomorrow. I meant he turned his face to the wall. He stopped and turned to God. He stopped. He stopped. He stopped reacting to the stupid stuff. He stopped. He stopped. May I tell you this? Don Ruiz said that there is a huge amount of freedom that comes when you take nothing personally. There is a huge amount of freedom that comes when you take nothing personally. You get to that place, you'd be surprised how liberated that you can be when you learn to wear life like a loose garment and take nothing personally. Take nothing personally. You free yourself. You literally free yourself. So stop reacting to the stupid stuff. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Here's number 2. Drop your irritation and your anger. Drop your irritation and your anger. Drop the regrets of your past. Drop unforgiveness. Max Lucado said that forgiveness is unlocking a door to set someone free and realizing that you were the prisoner. Isn't that interesting? Forgiveness is unlocking a door to set someone free and then realizing that you were the prisoner. So just drop it. Drop the irritation. Drop the anger. Drop the frustration. Drop it. Drop the regrets of your past, of what you coulda, woulda, shoulda. Drop the unforgiveness, whoever did you wrong. Just drop it. Let it go. Let it go. That stuff is a poison that you carry in yourself that's aimed toward someone else, and it damages the vessel that carries it, not the target to whom you have intended it. It's damaging you. Let it go. Drop it. Drop it. And if you hadn't figured out the pattern yet, it's what we learned in school years ago. To stop a fire, stop, drop, number 3, roll. That's something you got to stop doing. Whenever you get in a fiery trial, you got to stop doing some stuff. You got in a financial fiery trial, you can't keep living large like you've been living. Eating and enjoying some of the luxuries that you've been doing. You know, you can't do all of your meals out. You got to get some rice and some beans. Some ramen noodles. You know, there's certain things you have to stop. There's certain things you have to drop. Man, I can't carry. I'm sorry. I love to pick you up, but you know what? You weren't giving me anything for gas. I got to drop that. I got to drop that. Man, you going up there making you run me up here. Run you. You know it costs me. There's certain things you have to drop. You're going through a fiery trial in your life. You can't carry excess weight. When you're in a trial, you got to travel light, real light. The more weight you carry, the more fuel you burn. And so you stop, you drop. Because certain things weigh you down. In order for a hot air balloon to get up, you have to jettison some of the weight. Discard it, throw some of it off. You have to jettison some of the excess weight, cargo that's there. You have to jettison. Stop, drop. Ask yourself, what is it that I need to stop doing? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to stop doing? I'm going through something right now. There's something I need to stop. And immediately, on the flip side of that, whenever you have to stop something, it means you have to start something else. And if you stop something without starting something, your life is out of balance. When you stop one, you pick up something else. God, the moment that He closes one chapter in the book of your life, a new one automatically opens. You're looking at the title to the next chapter. So when you stop one, God's already got the next chapter already planned. And if you stop one without starting something else, so it's almost like God's saying, He's bringing you a new pair of shoes and He says, pull those off. Pull those off. You're finished with that pair. They've already gone the distance. They've carried you as far as they can carry you. I've got something new. Try these on. And if He tells you try these on, common sense ought to tell you to pull that off. You stop reacting to stupid stuff. You drop the irritation and the anger, drop the regrets of your past. You drop your unforgiveness. Can I say something to you prophetic? What you can become depends on what you can overcome. What you can become depends on what you can overcome. If you don't have the ability to overcome certain things, you don't have the ability to become. What you become is determined by what you overcome. By what you overcome. by what you overcome. Did you realize that Steve Jobs was a throwaway child put up for adoption? He had to overcome some stuff. What you can become is determined by what you overcome. It's the stuff that you overcome that makes you strong. If you had nothing to overcome, you've had nothing to build strength of character in you. It's something, your story is written by what you had to overcome. A story is boring if you had no vices, no challenges, no disadvantages to overcome. If you don't know what it is to have to sleep in your car and wonder where your next meal was coming from, you had nothing to overcome. Listen, a story is being written. God's given you a fascinating script to a book that might be turned into a play or movie. You don't ever know what God's doing. And what you might have considered to be your weakness was actually your strength. And what you can become is determined by what you overcome. Touch your neighbor, say, I'm an overcomer. Now put your hand on yourself. Put your hand on yourself. Say, I am an overcomer. I'm an overcomer. Say, I'm an overcomer. Say, I'm going to find a way to get over this. I'm not going to be under the rock. I'm going to come over this thing. May I just say something else to you? I feel this word of the Lord on my soul right now. That sometimes I heard the Lord say that he will let you hit rock bottom so you'd come to the bottom and find that he was the rock. There is a rock of Gibraltar that is in your life, that when you get to everything else that's been unstable in your life and having your life going topsy-turvy, God will let you reach the bottom so you'll find the rock. And he will stabilize your life. And once you get stable, you can go any place you want to go in this life. Whenever you're going through a fiery trial, stop, drop, number 3, roll. Get on with your life. Get on with your life. Get on with your life. Be determined in your soul that you are going to continue operating in your gift no matter where you are. Be determined that you are going to continue operating in your gift no matter where you are. No matter where you are, keep on operating in your gift. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will bring you before great men. Your gift will do it. Paul was not idle while he was in prison. Paul stopped what he was doing. He dropped some things that were against him, some bitterness that was in his soul, and then he rolled on. Paul said, give me my pen, give me some parchment, and he began to write his letters. He began to pen the epistles that we are teaching from in the scriptures, and he started writing the book of Corinthians, and he started writing the book of Galatians, and he started writing the book of Ephesus. When your life is on lockdown, get your pen and your paper out and stir your gift. I'm declaring to you in the name of Jesus that what was designed to try to stop you because you couldn't go anywhere, sit down and let God stir your gift. Let him give you a creative plan of how your gift can make room for you. Even when man has tried to shut the doors to you, God is able to open a door and work from a prison cell that man has locked you in. He was able to set others free by a pen in a prison from a tiny little cell that was 6 by 6. And his pen set the captives free in Galatia, in Colossae. He set them free in Thessalonica. He began to write from a prison cell epistles that set folks free. Joseph never would have gotten out of jail had he sat on his gift while he was on lockdown. But because he used his gift to help the baker, and because he used his gift to help the butler, he was stirring up his gift on lockdown. Couldn't go where he wanted to go, couldn't do what he wanted to do, but he was stirring up his gift. Have you ever been in a position where you realize, yes, I'm gifted, but there are some things, I'm in a jam, I can't travel right now, I ain't got no money to be doing all of that, but you know that you are gifted. You know that you are gifted. There's a gift in you. Stir up your gift. Stir up, Timothy, stir up your gift. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up, Sharon. Stir up your gift. Stir up your gift, Beverly. Stir it up. There's a gift that's on the inside of you. There's a gift, there's a gift, there's a gift. And when you're on lockdown, there's certain things you got to stop because there's something else new that you got to start. There's something else that you got to drop because there's something brand new that you got to pick up. God's not going to leave you empty-handed. There's something that God has put in your head. It's something He's put in your heart. And I'm just telling you that when the devil has got you on trial and he's tried to break your focus and make you think about what all could happen, you pull your pen out and start writing to somebody who's got problems bigger than you. The real people that are locked up are the ones that are locked up in the prison of their own minds and their own hearts and their own emotions and who are slaves to things. Paul was a liberated man. You could cage a bird, but you couldn't lock up his song. When you come to these places, you'll realize that there's something on the inside of me. My life is on a fiery trial. And I've got to stop something because I got to start something. And I got to drop something because there's something else that God wants me to pick up. And I got to keep on rolling. I got to keep on rolling. Got to keep on moving. I can't stop. I can't crawl up under a rock and die. I've got to keep moving. I keep rolling because success is always connected to motion. So I've got to keep myself in motion. I've got to keep myself going. I've got to keep on going even when I don't feel like going, even when I'm discouraged and when I'm crying through the tears, but wiping the tears, but still walking and hurting. Still trying to keep contact with my children and still trying to work out my business and trying to figure things out and rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm still struggling to make it. I can't die. I can't stop. I don't even have the luxury of that. I've got to go on. I've got a course to finish. I've got a race to run. I've got a faith to keep. I've got to keep on going. I've got to go. I got to keep moving. I've come too far to go back now. I got to go. I got to go. Even though I'm on lockdown, if I got to mark time, I got to keep my joints loose. I got to keep my muscles active. I've got to use my gift. If I can just do what I can do while I can do it, maybe, just maybe, God will make a way for me to get out. And if I can't get out, maybe my letters can get out. Maybe my book can get out. Maybe my song can get out. Maybe my script can get out. Maybe my reputation will get out. Maybe, so God will get something out of you. Don't let your circumstances stop the flow of your gift. Your gift will make room for you.
Thank you for watching Power for Living with Bishop Dale C. Bronner. Join us again next time for Power for Living, where revelation is power. Power for living.